Kia ora, I'm Sherry Kinnear and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Several investigations have been launched after police shot and injured an armed man on a central Auckland street. Emergency services were called to reports of an agitated man standing on the street with a gun on Wellingford Street in Grey Lynn just after 5 yesterday afternoon. A neighbour says he took his wife and young children into the basement before notifying police. District Commander Superintendent Karen Malthus says police shot at the man once after he fired shots at his empty house, then raised his weapon toward officers.
Police went forward towards the man and called upon him several times to put down his firearm. However, he raised it towards police staff and was shot at that time. He was shot once.
An open gang warfare and brazen shootings in Auckland saw recorded gun crimes spike in May. Figures supplied by police under the Official Information Act show there were 109 gun crimes in the super city for the month, an average of more than 3 per day. Until the end of April, Auckland saw an average of 54 offences involving a gun per month. But the number of firearms offences in the city has dropped off again, thanks in part to a truce prevailing between two rival gangs. Financial markets are starting to price in increased chances of a 75 basis point hike of the official cash rate next month. It comes after inflation reached its highest point in more than 30 years yesterday, hitting 7.3% in the year to June. ANZ is tipping 50 basis point rises through to November, meaning an OCR endpoint of 4%. Chief economist Sharon Zollner says there's a couple of things that could tip the Reserve Bank into a 75 basis point lift next month.
Particularly if we get a surprise in the labour market data in early August. If we were, for example, to see the unemployment rate quite a lot lower than the Reserve Bank was expecting, or if we saw wage growth that's higher.
Business confidence in central New Zealand has spiralled to a record low, with staffing shortages becoming the main barrier. The latest Central New Zealand Business Confidence Survey put expectations of the New Zealand economy at a net negative of minus 62%. The survey found 62% of respondents listed staffing as the main issue, while 86% said it was harder to find skilled staff than this time last year. Overseas, lawmakers in Europe are describing the sweltering weather as hell. Wildfires in France in recent days have forced about 25,000 people to evacuate, with blazes in Spain, Portugal and Greece forcing thousands more to flee. The UK is also bracing for its hottest day on record, with its first ever red extreme heat warning in place. And British MPs will stage a vote of confidence in the government amid renewed opposition calls for Boris Johnson to step down immediately and hand over to a caretaker Prime Minister. It's possible but unlikely that the government could be defeated in today's vote. Also this morning, another ballot to shave the number of candidates to replace the departing Johnson. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.